In a quiet little village named Rose Hill, there lived a sweet girl named Mira. She was 20 years old, with shiny black hair and bright brown eyes that sparkled like stars. Mira's family didn't have much money, but their hearts were full of love. They lived in a small mud house with a broken roof, but inside it was filled with warmth, laughter, and kindness. Mira loved to read books and dream about a better life. She wanted to study more and help her parents. Every day, after finishing her work at home, she would sit under a tree and read old books that she borrowed from the village school. One sunny morning, Mira went to the village market to buy vegetables. As she walked past the shops, she bumped into a young man. His name was Cairo. He was tall, had soft eyes, and had a smile that could melt even the coldest heart. He picked up Mira's basket and said, "I'm sorry. Are you all right?" Mira smiled shyly and said, "Yes, thank you." That moment was simple, but something special started between them. Cairo was from a rich family. His father was a big landlord, and they owned many fields and a big house near the hills. But Cairo was not proud or rude. He was kind and loved simple things. After that day, Mira and Cairo started meeting often. They walked near the river, talked about their dreams, and laughed together. Cairo told Mira he wanted to start his own business one day, something that helped people. Mira shared her dream of becoming a teacher and building a small school in the village. One evening, while they were watching the sunset, Cairo looked into Mira's eyes and said, "Mira, I love you. Will you marry me?" Mira's eyes filled with tears of joy. She nodded and said, "Yes, Cairo. I love you too." But every love story faces tests. When Cairo told his parents about Mira, they were angry. "You cannot marry a poor girl," his father shouted. "She has nothing, no money, no status. What will people say?" When Cairo told his parents about Mira, they were angry. "You cannot marry a poor girl," his father shouted. "She has nothing, no money, no status. What will people say?" They gave him a warning. "If you marry Mira, we will cut all ties with you." Mira came to know about all this. She cried in her room that night. Her heart was heavy. She didn't want to be the reason for Cairo's pain. The next day, Mira told Cairo, "Maybe we should not marry. I don't want to ruin your life." Cairo held her hands and said, "I can't live without you, but I don't want you to suffer because of me. Let's take some time. Maybe my parents will change." Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Mira's family also worried. Her mother said, "We want you to be happy, but if his family doesn't accept you, maybe you should let him go." Mira cried every night. Cairo kept trying to convince his parents, but nothing changed. One rainy evening, under the same tree where they first met, Mira said, "Cairo, I love you with all my heart, but we have to stop. I want you to live in peace." Tears rolled down both their faces. They hugged and promised to stay friends, even if they could never be together. Mira went back to her normal life. She worked in the fields, helped her neighbors, and taught small children under the village tree. People loved her more each day. Cairo also tried to live a normal life, helping with his father's business. But he always missed Mira. He never stopped loving her. One day, Mira's father fell very ill. She took care of him day and night, gave him food, medicine, and prayed for him to get better. Cairo heard about this and came to visit. "Mira," he said softly, "can I help in any way?" Mira was surprised but touched. "Your support means a lot," she said. Cairo started visiting more often. He brought medicine, food, and sometimes just sat and talked. Slowly, Mira's father got better. One evening, after everyone had gone to sleep, Mira looked at Cairo and said, "Thank you for everything." Cairo replied, "You have always lived in my heart, Mira. I may be far, but I've never forgotten you." Their bond grew stronger again. But deep inside, they still feared his parents' anger. Then one day, Cairo had to leave for the city for work. He promised to write letters to Mira, and he did. Mira waited for those letters like sunlight in winter. She read them again and again, smiling, sometimes crying. Months passed. Cairo worked hard in the city. He saved money and became successful. But he still remembered Mira every day. One morning, Mira heard a knock at her door. It was Cairo, holding a small suitcase and a warm smile. "Cairo," she said in surprise. He nodded. "I'm back, Mira. I missed you." They talked for hours. Cairo told her, "I've saved enough. I don't need my parents' money. I want a life with you." Mira's eyes filled with tears. "But your parents? They will always think about money. But I choose love." Mira hugged him tightly. Her heart finally felt light. They got married in a simple ceremony, with only close friends and Mira's family. Cairo's parents didn't attend, but he didn't care. He had chosen love. They moved to the city, started a small school for village children, and helped people in need. They faced struggles, but they held each other through every storm. Years passed. They had 2 children and raised them with love and strong values. They taught them that the heart matters more than money. Mira and Cairo grew old together. They sat under the same tree where their love began and smiled at all the memories. Mira once said, "We may have cried, but look where love brought us." And Cairo whispered, "With you, I've had the most beautiful life."